Hello and welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. Today's video going to be a wee end of the week, a roundup of all the Celtic related news as we go a couple of days away from our first American tour game against DC United. And before we crack on with video, just a wee polite request. If you are new to the channel and like this video and the general content of the channel, please do click that subscribe button. Keep the numbers pushing up and up through the 700s. If you do like the video, please do click that like button. Help boost the analytics for the video. And as always, do feel free, pleasant, polite comments, thoughts, opinions into the comment section so we can have a nice wee debate on the channel amongst like-minded Celtic fans. As I'm sure you're all aware, Celtic made their second permanent signing last night with Kasper Schmeichel, the Danish #1 international goalkeeper, signing for Celtic on a 1-year contract with a 1-year extension option to go with that. And he's now making his way across to join up the squad in America. There has been a degree of scepticism amongst Celtic fans, given the fact that Kasper Schmeichel is 37 years old. However, my personal feeling is we are signing an excellent goalkeeper. He is still very much Denmark's #1, and I think it's slightly unusual given the fact that so many of the Celtic fans seemed keen for us to sign Peter Vindal Jensen, who is rated about 5th or 6th best goalkeeper who is Danish. And I think we are getting a much better goalkeeper, tons and tons of experience, played at the highest level. Still, last season for Anderlecht had an excellent season. His rating for Anderlecht last year was 7.39 out of 10, which shows that consistently throughout the whole season he played very well. Had 32 games for them with 8 clean sheets, and over a whole career, very impressive 723 games with 231 clean sheets and 105 Danish caps. So he is 37, so it's not a long-term signing, but I think we're getting a really top-level goalkeeper who will make a big difference in European matches and be a very sound goalkeeper in the Scottish matches. I don't think many folk would have been fussed had Joe Hart decided to extend his Celtic career by another year. Hart and Schmeichel are both 37, and so I think Celtic have done a very good job signing Schmeichel for 1 or 2 years. We've also had the excellent forward planning of signing Viljami Sinisalo, the young, very talented Finnish keeper, on a 5-year contract. And I can see Sinisalo in a couple of years' time taking over as very much Celtic's #1 for the next several years. No further update on the Paolo Bernardo signing. That still seems to be bubbling under behind the scenes. Idah played 30 minutes for Norwich in a pre-season friendly against Club Bruges. Got taken off supposedly at 30 minutes as a pre-arranged time, but his current Norwich manager, Johannes Hoff Thorup, is saying that he very much sees Idah as an important player for the season, and he's very much part of Thorup's current first team plans for Norwich. And so it does look like Thorup is doing his absolute damnedest to block any possibility of Adam Idah coming to Celtic, no matter whether Idah wants to leave Norwich and rejoin Celtic or not. It does look like In particular, the Norwich manager is doing his absolute damnedest to keep Idah at the club in the longer term. Similar situation with another centre forward who has been linked to Celtic, Tommy Conway. Tommy Conway, 21-year-old player for Bristol City, has one Scottish full international cap, went to the Euros in Germany, but didn't play for Scotland over there. His contract with Bristol City is ending in June 2025, and despite being offered several new contracts by Bristol City, he's turned all those down and made it very clear that he wants to leave Bristol City in the near future. And his manager has reacted by dumping him in the reserves. And so it very much looks like Tommy Conway is on his way out of Bristol City. Conway's transfer value thought to be somewhere in the region of 4 to 5 million, but given the contract standoff and the Bristol City manager dumping Conway in the reserves, I do wonder whether he might be available for 2 or 3 million instead. Celtic would have the option of trying to hold out and get him in the winter transfer window, as at that point his transfer would be for the compensation fee of 300,000 only. I think personally Celtic should strike whilst the iron's hot and get Conway in now, especially if there is a ongoing degree of doubt as to whether Adam Idah is going to be available at all in this transfer window. So just as a wee reminder of Tommy Conway, I thought I would just pop in a wee recap of some highlight videos of Tommy Conway's last season with Bristol. I think it does show that he is a tall striker, good in the air, good at holding the ball up, has a lot of pace, two-footed, and is an excellent finisher. I think he has many of the features that Kyogo does, his ability to get in behind the defence. Similarly, also a lot of the skills that Adam Idah has for that same role, but also has the ability in the air and holding up the ball that Adam Idah also gives to Celtic. So I think Tommy Conway would be an excellent option for Celtic, either as a replacement for Adam Idah or as a supplement to Adam Idah if he does become available at the end of the transfer window, which is a possibility. Just a wee recap. Tommy Conway, as I said, Scotland international, 1 cap for Scotland at full level, and under 21, 5 caps with 3 goals, and his career record for Bristol is 92 games, 25 goals, 6 assists. Now, as I say, it was pop in those highlights of Tommy Conway, and then we'll crack on with the last 2 or 3 bits of the news updates. So hopefully enjoyed that wee reminder of um, all the skills and talent that Tommy Conway could bring to Celtic if we do pursue him. I think that would be a good option, especially if the Adam Idah deal is being stalled by Norwich and their current manager. So, updating on Matt O'Reilly, Atalanta apparently have bid recently 15 million euros, and then it was 15 million euros plus 3 million add ons, and then most recently they bid 18 million with 3 million of add ons. This all being in euros, and so it does appear Atalanta are deliberately lowballing the offers well below the level that Celtic are said to be looking for, which is in the region of 25 to 30 million pounds. It's said that Atalanta have put their inquiries and negotiations with Celtic on hold, um, and so it may well be that that has reached a dead end currently. There are multiple teams in the English Premier League, also said to be teams in Germany, France, and Spain, and all looking at Matt O'Reilly. My personal feeling is we should hold out for as high a possible price as we can. And stories today suggesting that the new Liverpool manager is also now looking at bringing Matt O'Reilly to Liverpool. It does appear that Matt is very much being sought after by a lot of the highest clubs in Europe. And finally, just a wee update on a couple of the centre backs who have been linked with coming to Celtic recently. One of which is Scott McKenna, the Scotland international, who is currently a free agent, having been released by Nottingham Forest at the end of his loan deal with FC Copenhagen in Denmark. McKenna has again said that he would be happy to come to Celtic or to Rangers, but it does appear that FC Copenhagen are looking to take him back to Denmark on a permanent deal, and it's understood that at the moment Copenhagen are putting together a package to put to McKenna and his agent. It doesn't appear that Celtic have made any actual efforts to sign Scott McKenna at Celtic, although it could be one of these things which, given the fact he is a free agent, is being negotiated behind closed doors with McKenna and his agent. And finally, another centre back linked with coming to Celtic is the ex Celtic player Carl Starfelt, who, of course, we sold last year to Celta Vigo. He had a good start to his Celta Vigo career. However, there was a change in management and Starfelt got dropped to the bench and then got dropped out of the matchday squad. However, the manager has now had a change of thoughts and has brought Starfelt back into his first team squad and says that he has no intention of selling Starfelt to anyone over the course of the summer window, and very much sees Starfelt as being a key part of his first team squad for the next La Liga season. Apologies for being a wee bit croaky and nasal at times, but I'm just getting over a wee bit of a cold flu type thing that I seem to pick up on my long weekend birthday treat. And so, just a wee reminder to all those new to the channel who haven't subscribed so far, please do click that subscribe button if you can. If you've liked the video, please do click the like button. That does really help with YouTube's analytics to make the channel more popular and more widely seen. And as always, please do feel free to pop your comments into the comment section regarding the signing of Schmeichel, the possibility of signing Tommy Conway, and your thoughts on the other issues surrounding Celtic at the moment. And so for today, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, Goodbye and hail, hail.